Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, we've got $25,000 jackpot on a Premier League contest. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets as always. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. This episode takes us to the $25,000 jackpot on the NBC Sports Predictor contest. You guys remember this one? This is the one where they give you 5 Premier League games. You've got to correctly predict the score in all 5 games, and if you do so, you'll hit the jackpot of $25,000. Fear not, if you're unable to do that, like most people are unable to do that each week, it's so hard, they'll still give away a guaranteed $1,000 to the people who accumulate the most points. You get 10 points if you can predict the score, and then you get 4 points if you can correctly predict the right result. So let's jump into it and let's discuss the 5 games. The first one is Brighton versus Man City. Look, nobody can stop Man City right now. They're absolutely on fire. They're destroying teams. I believe they're the best team in the league. I know they're only in second place, and Liverpool, really has a wide margin between them, being the champions. But I just think if there's one team, if you had to say, when I always think of what's the best team, it's like, what's the one team you don't want to face? To me, it's Manchester City. I do not want to face them, and I think they're gearing up to have themselves a really impressive Champions League run here when that tournament resumes in August. As for Brighton, there's little to suggest that Brighton's even going to scare Manchester City with just how talented Manchester City is in the midfield and in their defense. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this one. Manchester City 3-0. I will give a little respect to Brighton and not give a too high of a score, as Manchester City recently really destroyed Newcastle. I think Brighton is a better team defensively than Newcastle. So give that one 3-0 Manchester City. Next game is Wolves versus Everton. Look, Wolves are really, really solid on defense. Everton, I think, is a bit shaky on defense. They're giving up 1.4 goals a game. Wolves had a little bit of a setback in midweek against Sheffield United. I think they lost that game 1-0 now that I recall. They did get they got a late goal there. But either way, I think the Wolves are going to get back on track. They still have European football aspirations. Everton, just going through the motion of ending the season, nothing really to play for. I like Wolves here on the bounce back. They're going to win this game 2-0. Next game takes us to the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Look, both teams are looking really bad at the moment. I think Arsenal may be looking slightly better. It is a derby. These games are kind of hard to predict. You've got these teams are 8th and 9th in the standings. Arsenal's 8th and Tottenham's 9th. So they're about fair and equal. And actually their goal differential, each team is at +8 goal differential. So I think in this game, you've got two really kind of even teams. So I'm going to see the North London derby playing out to a 1-1 draw. The next game on the slate here is Bournemouth versus Leicester. Look, Bournemouth continues the relegation fight. They were good at midweek against Tottenham. They held them to a 0-0 draw. Give them credit. I know we just said Tottenham's not playing that great in the moment, but they still held them to a 0-0 draw. So their fight, is still, clinging on to, they're clinging, but they're fighting and clawing. Meanwhile, Leicester's all of a sudden has slipped out of third place. It looked like before the Premier League was about to restart, this was easily going to be a Champions League team, but man, they've kind of had a real kind of poor run of form here coming out at their restart. They've fallen into 4th place, and they're only 1 point above 4th place or above 5th place Manchester United. So Leicester is going to be really motivated here to get some points. I think they're going to smell blood in the water here going up against a weak Bournemouth team. Bournemouth got their first result after the restart here recently against Tottenham. So I think both teams will score. Both teams will be able to establish good spells throughout the game. But when it's all said and done, give me Leicester 2 and give me Bournemouth 1. 2-1 Leicester. All right, so the last game is Manchester United versus Southampton. Look, Manchester United is probably the hottest team in the Premier League right now. That front three of Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood is absolutely on fire. Bruno, the playmaker behind him. Pogba he's playing a little bit of a deeper role. Man, he is spraying these long passes out just on pinpoint. Pogba's looking really good in this kind of new role they have with him and his partnership here with Bruno there. And Manchester United is also getting it done on the defensive end. Their last 4 games, they've won 3-0, 3-0, 5-2, and 3-0. So the defense is also playing really well right now. Southampton, I actually do like Southampton. I've bet them throughout the season. I've won money a lot of times so far on Southampton, but the way Manchester United's playing right now, they're clean sheet hungry, they're goal hungry right now. I'm not going to give a too crazy of a prediction in terms of Manchester United scoring because I do respect Southampton and their organization that they have going on. So I've got this one going Manchester United 2, Southampton 0 is how I got that one. So to recap, I've got City winning 3-0. I've got Wolves winning 2-0. I've got a 1-1 draw in the North London derby. Give Leicester winning 2-1 and give Manchester United winning 2-0. All right, guys, those are my picks for the $25,000 Premier League contest on NBC Sports Predictor app. The picks lock Saturday morning, so go ahead and get your picks in, and let's win that cash together. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.